everyone, I'm Erin with Five Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today's class is dedicated to cultivating an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude toward yourself, gratitude toward others, gratitude toward your life. I want to express my gratitude to each and every one of you as my students and supporters. I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters, my YouTube members, my subscribers, and all of you who leave comments and offer suggestions. And one of the things that I would like to offer to you as an act of gratitude is a discount to stay here at Casa Colorado in beautiful, amazing Tamarindo, Costa Rica for a discount. So for more details, just go into the description and the link below, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know if you're interested in coming here, staying here, and practicing yoga in this beautiful space that I'm in right now. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. You can hit the bell icon for notifications for classes when they are published. And again, I thank you for being a supporter of Five Parks Yoga. I like to include hand mudras, pranayama, and of course asanas, postures in each and every one of my class. And the most appropriate mudra for gratitude, of course, is Anjali Mudra, which is a hands at prayer position at heart center. So we are going to be including Anjali Mudra in many of our postures today. And we are going to start today in extended child's pose, which is a wonderful posture that is a posture of surrender and reverence and thankfulness. So go ahead and make your way toward extended child's pose by taking your knees wide, your big toes touch, walking your hands forward, releasing your forehead to a block, your fists, or the floor. And I invite you to close your eyes and just begin to notice your breath. So just be aware of your breathing. And as you settle into this posture, take a moment to begin to lengthen your inhales and your exhales and just really settle in here. And I'm going to read you a quote by Rumi. It may be familiar to you, it may not be, but I think it's very relevant for the times we're living in right now and trying to cultivate a sense of gratitude. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So before we begin to move our bodies, can you take a moment and check in about what you might be grateful for despite any hardship, any challenge, and know that even in the challenge, that is where growth happens. Even in the challenge, that is where you can find thankfulness for the things that are in your life. So maybe taking a moment to set an intention or a mantra I am grateful for just being here on my yoga mat in this space, in this time.
We're going to hold extended child's pose for 3 more breaths. Go ahead and bring the palms of your hands together. You're going to connect each finger and leave a little bit of space in your palms. And then just bring your thumbs to the back of your head. So you're going to feel a little bit of a stretch in your triceps. And we're just going to take 1 more breath here in Child's Pose, Anjali Mudra at the back of the head. Release your hands back to the floor, and we're going to make our way up to a tabletop position.
Continue with your deep, slow, steady breathing as you settle in to your space, into your practice, into this moment. Let's take 3 rounds of cat and cow. So drop your belly and lift your tailbone and the crown of your head toward the sky, and then exhale, round, bringing your gaze toward navel center, and just opening your heart center, the front of your body and the back of your body for 1 more round. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Come back to a neutral tabletop position, and we're going to take some heart opening postures here. So keep your left hand on your mat, and then just kind of bump your left foot to the left and come into a modified side plank, extending your right foot toward the back of your mat, and lift your right arm up toward the sky or the ceiling. Take a deep breath in here. Now bring your hand to the back of your head, your right hand to the back of your head, and then just start to open your right elbow toward the right. Lift your chest toward the sky or the ceiling. And then come back to your modified side plank, extending your arms straight up toward the sky, and extend your right arm forward for a breath in. And then as you exhale, sweep your right hand back toward your right foot, lift your right foot up off the floor and take hold of your right foot. And then kick your right foot back, open your chest, open your heart, maybe look up, getting a nice stretch in your quadricep on the right side. And then release, extend your right foot back, your right arm up, and then come back to a tabletop position. And then we're gonna switch sides. So just kind of kick your right foot off to the right, keep your right hand on your mat, and come into modified side plank on your right side. So lift your left arm up, breathe in deeply here. Now take your left hand to the back of your head, and then just start to roll your left elbow back to the left. So you're lifting your heart up, opening up. And then return to your modified side plank. So your shoulders are squared, your arm is lifting straight up. And then on your inhale, reach your left arm forward. And on your exhale, sweep it back, lift your left leg up off the floor, and then bend it and take hold of your left foot and just kick it back for a nice quadricep and hip flexor stretch. You can even maybe look up if you feel comfortable and balanced. And then release back to your modified side plank. So left leg extended, left arm up. And then exhale, make your way back to tabletop position. And from here, we're going to make our way to a downward facing dog position. So tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and release your heels down. And we'll just take 3 breaths here. You can pedal your legs if that feels good. Just warming up the backs of the legs, stretching out through the Achilles, the calves, the hamstrings. And just finding groundedness here through the hands
strength in the arms. Make sure that you release your head so that your neck is feeling no tension or pressure. You can bend your legs as much as you need to. And then just repeat your mantra or your intention to yourself. I am grateful for, I am thankful for, I feel gratitude for. Be yourself, someone else, a memory, a place. Just bring to mind something that you feel gratitude for. And then on your next breath in, lift your right leg up, open your hip and bend your leg. Try to keep your shoulders level as you lift your right knee up toward the ceiling and release your right foot down toward the floor. Take one more breath here. Level out your hips, straighten your leg for three-legged dog, and as you exhale, bring your right foot between your hands, release your left knee down toward the floor, and reach both arms up overhead for Crescent Moon Pose. And right away, just connect the palms of your hands above your head and bring your thumbs to the back of your head and lift your elbows up. Just open your heart. And then a great stretch as well. Feeling gratitude for every single breath that you take. On your next breath in, lift your arms up overhead. As you exhale, release your hands down towards your mat. Begin to straighten your right leg and come into half splits pose. So again, stretching the back of your right leg. You can bring your forehead toward your knee or your shin. Another variation of this posture is to sit back on your left heel and forward fold over your right leg. So take one breath here. And then make your way back to a low lunge position. So tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee up off the floor. And on your next inhale, rise up to Crescent Lunge Pose. And then exhale, come into Warrior Two. Inhale, come to Reverse Warrior. And exhale, release back to a low lunge position. From low lunge, go ahead and step your left foot to meet your right and come into Ragdoll. So bending your legs, resting your torso on your thighs, taking opposite hand to opposite elbow, and then swaying side to side. Or you can just hold in stillness, but looking back between your legs toward the back of your mat, releasing tension in your neck and your shoulders, and stretching out the backs of your legs. And then make your way back to a neutral position. If you're not there already, release your hands down toward the floor, and then inhale, lengthen your spine into a halfway lift, reaching the crown of your head forward, straightening your legs a little bit more, or maybe all the way. Flat back here, and then exhale, come into standing forward fold. Place your hands on the floor and step back to a high plank position and hold here. Modification is to take your knees to the floor, spread your fingers nice and wide, keep your gaze down on your mat, just a little bit forward of your hands, but centered. Nice long spine. Feel the heat building in your body, and be grateful that you are here in this moment, wherever you're at in your yoga practice, taking the time for yourself. And then just press back to downward facing dog position. On your next breath in, lift your left leg up for three-legged dog, and then just open your hip and bend your leg. Level your shoulders, so draw your left shoulder in line with your right shoulder, and then lift your left knee a little bit higher. Let your left foot come a little bit closer to the floor as you hold. And then breathe in, level your hips, straighten your leg,
breathe out, bring your left foot between your hands for a low lunge position. Release your right knee down toward the floor. Toes can be tucked or flat. Your foot can be flat. Inhale, come up to crescent moon position, and then right away connect the palms of your hands up overhead into Anjali Mudra, and then bring your thumbs to connect to the back of your head, and then lift your gaze up, lift your chin, open your chest, open your heart. Nice stretch in your legs. On your next breath in, come back to crescent moon pose, lifting your arms up overhead. Release your hands down towards your mat, and then begin to straighten through your left leg for half splits pose. You can start to straighten through your left leg, keeping your right hip stacked over your right knee, or another variation is to bring your hips toward your heel and then forward fold over your left leg. Just a nice stretch for the back of your left leg. And then make your way back to a low lunge position. So stacking your left knee over your left ankle, tucking your right toes under, lifting your right knee up, and then rise up to crescent lunge pose as you inhale. As you exhale, make your way to a warrior two position. As you inhale, reverse your warrior. Nice side stretch here. And as you exhale, come back to low lunge. Step back to high plank. This heat building posture. Strengthening your body from the crown of your head all the way to your feet. And just continue to hold here. And then on your next breath in, just shift forward. Even if your knees are on the floor, just shift forward. Shoulders past your wrists, and then lower all the way down onto your belly. And then take the tops of your feet flat to the floor. And on your next breath in, just peel your chest up off the floor to low lift cobra. And then exhale, release. Maybe you can close your eyes, listen to the sound of your breath, and come back to your intention. One more, breathe in. Breathe out. And then tuck your toes under if they're not already, and then press back up to high plank position and back to downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. On your next breath in, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, step forward, right foot between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. So we've been here. We're going to continue with this flow. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And exhale, let's add on and come into extended side angle. So you can take your elbow towards your knee or your right hand toward the floor. Maybe look up if you feel balanced here. Take another breath. Inhale, come up to 5-pointed star. And then exhale, hands connect. Bring your thumbs to your heart and come down into prayer squat. So Anjali Mudra at heart center, holding here. And even in the challenge, even in the bit of discomfort, can you be grateful for coming onto your mat today? Challenging your body, challenging your mind, taking time for yourself, connecting to your heart center. On your next breath in, reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bring your heels behind your toes, hinge from your hips, come all the way down into standing, wide-legged standing straddle splits. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's take a lunge to the front of our mat. So right leg is bent. You can keep your hands on the floor for support, balance, or you can bring your hands to heart center. Nice stretch for your left inner thigh. Even if you're a little bit more up high, that's absolutely fine. All right, so let's go ahead and take that side lunge to the back of the mat. So bending your left leg, straightening your right leg. Hands can be on the floor for support, or you can bring your hands to heart center, holding, balancing, and breathing here. Nice stretch for your right inner thigh. It's really good for your feet and your ankles. Maybe if you're a little bit more up high, it's a good strengthener for your quadricep. So enjoy that as well. And then make your way back to a low lunge position at the front of your mat and step back to high plank. And this time we're gonna lower down halfway, chaturanga, or you can come all the way down to your belly, your choice. Inhale to cobra, which we've already done, or you can make your way to up dog, keeping your knees up off the floor, straightening your arms, and then exhale back to downward facing dog. Let's do that sequence on the other side. So lift your left leg high for three-legged dog, and as you exhale, step your left foot between your hands for low lunge. And then as you breathe in, rise up crescent lunge. As you exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Breathe out and come into extended side angle. So option left hand or left elbow on your left knee or left hand to the floor, right arm up. Hold here. Maybe look up if you feel balanced. And always keep your gaze to the floor though, to support you with your balance. Inhale to five-pointed star. As you exhale, come into prayer squat. Bring your hands to heart center. Connect your thumbs to your chest and then squat down. A challenging but grounding posture. So building strength, building awareness in your body. Keeping your shoulders down away from your ears. Breathing through any discomfort, making adjustments as needed. On your next breath in, come up to five-pointed star, palms face out, and then exhale, bring your heels behind your toes now, and come into standing straddle splits. Breathe in, come into a halfway lift. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, side lunge to the front of your mat. So you're going to be bending, take your toes out to an angle, bending your left leg, extending your right leg, hands on the floor for support or hands to heart center. And then go ahead and just switch sides. So side lunge to the back of your mat. Toes are out at an angle. You can be low into your lunge, or you might be a little bit lifted. Hands on the floor or hands to heart center. Holding here. Nice stretch in the inner thigh. And then just make your way back to the front of your mat into a low lunge position. Step back, high plank, lower halfway or all the way down chaturanga, upward facing dog or low lift cobra. Inhale, and then press back to downward facing dog on your exhale. On your next breath in, lift your right leg up. Exhale, low lunge, step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. So same flow, just adding on. Reverse warrior, inhale, and then exhale. You can come back to extended side angle, or you can try half moon pose. And then there's an option here to bend your left leg, take hold of your left foot, and then just open your chest. So we did this on the floor at the beginning of class. So this is just an option, it's a variation. If you're holding on to your left foot, extend back into half moon pose, and then exhale, come into standing splits pose. So you're gonna level your hips, bring your left heel a little bit higher, bring your head a little bit lower, looking back toward the back of your mat. Inhale, lift your left heel higher, and then exhale, come into a squat position, bringing your left knee behind your right knee. Jiva squat, extend to standing splits. Inhale, exhale, Jiva squat. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, squat one more time. Inhale, standing splits. And exhale, release to standing forward fold. So both feet in line with one another at hip distance apart. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, standing forward fold. Place your hands on your mat. Step back to high plank as you breathe in. Lower chaturanga if it's in your practice. As you exhale, upward facing dog as you breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your left foot between your hands, low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then exhale, your choice, extended side angle where we've already been, or half moon pose. So balancing on your left foot, lifting your right foot up off the floor, reaching your right arm up. And stacking your hips, opening your heart, opening your shoulders, stacking your shoulders. And then option to bend your right leg, take hold of your right foot, and just start to kick it back. Opening your shoulders, opening your chest, maybe lifting your gaze. And then release back to half moon pose if you're not there already. If you're holding half moon, exhale, release to standing splits. So you're gonna level your hips, lower the crown of your head toward the floor, and then lift your right heel a little bit higher on your inhale. And then exhale, squat. So bring your right knee behind your left, lower down, Jiva squat. Inhale, splits. Exhale, squat. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, Jiva squat. One more time, extend into standing splits. And then on your exhale, you're going to bring your right foot to meet your left and come into standing forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands on your mat. Step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or low lift cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe deeply here. Connect to your intention and what you feel grateful for as you hold this very grounding yet energizing pose. And look forward toward the front of your mat, and on your next breath in, make your way to the top of your mat, and as you breathe out, come into standing forward fold. And then inhale, Rise up to tall mountain pose. As you breathe out, connect the palms of your hands and bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. If you feel balanced, you can close your eyes. If you don't feel balanced, you can find a drishti. So you can look out in front of you and gaze at a place on the floor. And then just repeat your mantra, I am thankful for, I am grateful for. Inhale, release your hands, rise up to tall mountain again, lifting your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, cactus your arms, lift your chin, lift your chest. Inhale, rise up to tall mountain pose. And exhale, hinge from your hips, come all the way down into standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine, flatten your back. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, step back, high plank pose. Exhale, shift forward, chaturanga, lower halfway down or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or low lift cobra. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. On your next breath in, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands behind you. Clasp your hands, and then just start to open your chest and open your shoulders and draw your fists down the back of your leg. Maybe look up, opening your chest and your heart. And then inhale, return to crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, half moon. Breathe in here. And bring your left hand down, standing splits as you breathe out. Level your hips. Breathe in, lift your left heel a little bit higher. Exhale, low lunge. And we're gonna come into side plank now. So bring your right foot to meet your left and bring your right arm up. So even in the challenge, even in the discomfort, even in holding this pose, can you be grateful for this moment, the strength that you have in your body, the desire you have to show up on your mat. Exhale, bring your right hand down towards your mat. Come back into a high plank position. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior as you breathe in. And then exhale, come into half moon or side angle pose. As you breathe out, come into standing splits pose. Leveling your hips, straightening your leg. Breathe in, lift your right leg a little bit higher. And as you breathe out, step back to low lunge. And then we're going to take side plank on the other side. So plant your right hand on the floor. Bring your left foot to meet your right. Lift your left arm up. You can look up to the sky if you feel balanced. Gratitude right now, right here, in the challenge, in this moment. Breathe in. Exhale, high plank. Breathe in. Exhale, down dog. On your next breath in, lift your right leg high. Exhale, come into half pigeon pose, bringing your right knee toward your right wrist, your right toes toward your left wrist. Inhale, lift up, lift your arms up. Connect the palms of your hands above your head. Bring your thumbs to the back of your head. Lift your elbows all the way up. And then exhale, walk your hands forward and release your head toward your mat or maybe your fists or the block. Hold here.
And one more breath here. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, staff pose. So bringing your left leg forward. You can have it bent or straight. Arms down by your side. Hold here for one more breath. From here, we're going to move into tree pose. So you can bring your left foot to your ankle, calf, or inner thigh. And then bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Another option is to bring your hands to reverse prayer, Anjali Mudra, at your back. So your pinky fingers are touching your spine, the back of your heart center. If you feel super balanced, you can close your eyes. If not, keep that steady gaze. One more breath. And then exhale, come back to mountain pose. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, standing forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Step back, high plank. Take your vinyasa flow if you'd like it. Otherwise, we'll meet in downward facing dog. So you can lower down on your exhale. Rise up, shine your heart on your inhale. And then press back on your exhale. On your next breath in, lift your left leg up. Come into half pigeon on your left side. As you breathe in, lift your arms up overhead, connect the palms of your hands, and then bring your thumbs to the back of your head. Lift your elbows up. Shine your heart, open your chest, and then exhale, release, and come into sleeping pigeon. You can walk your hands forward. And just a moment of surrender and release. And if your hips feel tight and this is a challenge, that's good too. So invite that in, breathe through it. We only have one more breath. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Lift up to three-legged dog as you breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, step forward. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. And then as you breathe out, connect the palms of your hands, interlace your fingers behind your back. Press your fists down, open your chest, lift your chin, maybe look up. Inhale, release your hands, come back up to crescent lunge. As you exhale, make your way to standing staff pose. So arms down alongside your body, leg is at a 90-degree angle or it's straight. Hold here. And then from staff pose, make your way to tree pose. Foot at ankle, calf, or inner thigh. And then bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Pressing your thumbs to your chest. Option to bring your hands into reverse prayer. So pinky fingers toward your spine, squeezing your palms together. But if that's not accessible, it's absolutely fine. Breathe in. Exhale, mountain pose. Release your right foot, release your arms. Inhale, tall mountain. Exhale, standing forward fold. Make your way all the way down. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out.
high plank, inhale. And this time on our exhale, we're all gonna come down onto our stomach. And then make your way to Sphinx Pose. So you're just gonna lift your chest up off the floor, bring your forearms to the floor. Your hands are gonna be in alignment with your elbows. Lift through the crown of your head for a nice, tall, high Sphinx. Bring your chin to your right shoulder. Bring your chin to your left shoulder. Come back to center and bring your chin to your chest. And then option to kind of relax your shoulders by your ears. And then nice and gentle, sway your head side to side, releasing tension from your head, your neck, your upper back. All right, come back into your nice, high, proud Sphinx. So lifting the crown of your head up. And then as you exhale, you're gonna press your way back to extended child's pose. So we've been here before. Spread your knees wide, bring your toes to touch, hips to your heels. And then right away, we're gonna take a shoulder stretch. So you're just gonna slide your left arm underneath your right, come onto your left shoulder and your left ear. Take one deep breath here. And then switch sides. So extend your left arm long and slide your right arm underneath your left. Come onto your left shoulder and your left ear. Head is heavy. Take one breath here. Extend your right arm long. Come back into extended child's pose. Forehead toward your mat. Block fists. Inhale here. Exhale. And then you're just going to walk your hands back toward your knees and come into a kneeling position. So hips over knees, knees at hip distance apart. Reach both arms up overhead. We're coming into Ustrasana or Camel Pose. From here you can release your hands to your back pockets or to your heels. You can tuck your toes under if your heels are almost accessible and lift your chin up. I am grateful for, even in the discomfort, even in the challenge, this pose is a wonderful heart opening posture that can be challenging as well. I'll hold here for one more breath. From wherever you are, release and bring your hips to your heels and then bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Press your thumbs to your chest. And then from here, we're going to transition to Lotus Mudra. So all you're going to do is separate your middle three fingers and keep your thumbs at heart center. And make the shape of a lotus flower. So the lotus flower grows in mud. So out of challenge comes gratitude and beauty. So just bring that to your mind. And one more breath here. Connect all 10 fingers again for Anjali Mudra. Take one breath here. Breathe in. As you exhale, just tap your fingertips down toward the floor, opening your palms toward the front of your mat, and then inhale all the way up. And then exhale. Release to tabletop position. On your next breath in, extend your right leg straight back behind you, and then take your right toes to the left. Tuck your toes under, and then just kind of press forward and back. And then start to walk your hands to the left, and then just peek out at your right toes. So you're getting a nice side stretch here. And then make your way back to a tabletop position. Hands right underneath your shoulders, and then extend your left leg out behind you. Gaze is neutral at the floor. And then flex your toes down toward your mat, and then place them to the right. So toes are tucked under, and then just rock forward and back for 3. Last one. And then start to walk your hands to the right and peek out at your left toes if that's possible. So you get a nice stretch in your left side. And then walk your hands back underneath your shoulders and return to tabletop position. And from tabletop position, cross over your ankles, place your feet flat to the floor, and then slowly lower down onto your back. And let's take bridge pose with chest expansion. Chest expansion is optional. Draw your heels in toward your hips and then lift your hips up off the floor. And then option here is to interlace your hands underneath you and then roll onto one shoulder at a time, lifting up a little bit higher, opening the whole front side of your body. Breathe in and out. Open your heart, breathe in. I am grateful for. And breathe out, release down onto your back. Draw your knees toward your chest. And then as you breathe out, bring your knees to the left. Option for goalpost or T, arms. One more breath here. Come back towards center. And then as you breathe out, bring your knees to the right. Goalpost or T arms. Nice reclined spinal twist here. Breathe in. And out. Make your way back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Whatever your mantra was, this is love for yourself. Love for being here in this moment. Gratitude, joy, here in your body, and release. Come into Shavasana. So extend your legs long. Your feet are gonna gently fall open, arms alongside your body, palms face up. Together, we're going to take one final cleansing breath. Breathe in through your nose, hold at the top. Exhale, release through your mouth. And then return to your natural breathing rhythm. No force, no effort. Take any movements here to make yourself comfortable so that you can find a place of complete release, relaxation. Very restorative posture, but it can also be challenging. So make yourself as comfortable as you can. And then just hold this posture in stillness. Relax and aware of this moment. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. If you do have the time, please remain in Shavasana and take as much time as you need or want in this wonderful, relaxing posture. If you're ready to move on with your day or your evening, just start to press your way up to a seated position. And in a gesture of gratitude, bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Hands at heart center, thumbs pressing to your chest, fingers spread nice and wide, a little space between your palms. Grateful for this moment, grateful for showing up to your mat. And I'm grateful for you. So today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to each and every one of yours. Namaste.